If you are working in a Word document, especially in your graduation portfolio, I may return that to you several times for you to correct and edit, especially in those things like cover letters and resumes. It's super important that they be perfect. When you're turning them into a hiring manager, you want to make sure that you don't get overlooked for a job because of a grammar mistake or a punctuation error. You can resolve mistakes. There's a couple of ways that I comment. You're going to go to your upcoming work and view all your assignments. And here I see on the interest survey reflection, there's a comment here. So I can open it up and see that it says make changes and resubmit. I'm going to view the details and open up the document here. And when I scroll up, I'll see that there are comments from Lauren Lockwood here. There's a couple of different ways that I comment and a couple of ways that you can resolve them. Here is a general comment. You can tell it's highlighted. And this is a common mistake that many students make. The word I, when it refers to yourself, is always capitalized. So you're going to change all your lowercase i's to capital I's. When you're texting, when you're writing on Facebook, that's fine to use a lowercase I, but when you're writing professionally and academically, you always use a capital I. You can see that it's underlined in blue here, which means there's a grammar mistake that spell check has noticed. Please use spell check before you submit assignments so you can catch any of those grammar errors or spelling errors. It is the letter with a check mark next to it, or the shortcut key is Control-Alt-X. I'm going to change my I's here, delete my lowercase I and change it to a capital. And also here I have another one. And I see that that comment is still there, but I've changed it already. I've corrected all the lowercase i's and changed them to capital. So I'm going to click the check mark to resolve it and hide this discussion. I'm done with that. Another way that I make changes is I will write the suggestion. I'll delete whatever you wrote and write what I think you should write as a suggestion. Here's another example with homophones. Homophones are words that sound the same, but they're spelled differently. They have different meanings. So a common one that's often misspelled is there. 3 different ways to spell there. T-H-E-R-E refers to location or being, like there are jobs. Jobs exist. You can think about the word here, H-E-R-E, is in the word there. There, T-H-E-I-R, shows belonging, like they have their jobs, the jobs belong to them. You can think about I own it. The letter I is in this kind of word there. And T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E is a contraction for the words they are. They're going to work. You can replace there with those 2 words they are going to work. Here, I'm saying there were interesting jobs. So, yes, I want to change this. I want to use the correct there. I can click the check mark to accept that suggestion. Once I accept the suggestion, this comment will go. So if you want to write down that comment, if you're like, oh, I need to remember that, write that comment down before you accept the suggestion. And another thing you can do, perhaps I gave you a suggestion that you don't like, you want to correct your writing in a different way. You can also reject a suggestion by clicking the X. So here I had written, there was interesting jobs. I need to match my verb to my noun. I suggested change it to there were interesting jobs, but I'm going to change it to there was an interesting job. I'm still matching my verb and my noun. I'm making the grammar correct, but I didn't want that suggestion.